What did the Dred Scott decision mean for slavery and the us? Imagine living in a country where the law seems to favor one side so strongly that it feels like the other side has no chance. That's what the Dred Scott decision did for slavery in the United States. Delivered in 1857 by the Supreme Court, this ruling changed everything about how slavery was viewed and fought over. It declared that African Americans, whether they were free or enslaved, were not citizens and could not sue in federal courts. This meant that free black people had no legal rights in the eyes of the federal government. The decision also struck down the Missouri Compromise, which had tried to limit slavery in certain territories. The court said Congress had no power to ban slavery in any U.S. territories. That opened the door for slavery to spread into all new Western lands, no matter what previous laws said. For slaveholders, this was a big win. They could now expand slavery without fear of losing it in new territories. But for abolitionists and many in the North, it was a huge blow. It made it clear that the federal government would not stand in the way of slavery's growth. This ruling also made free black Americans vulnerable. Since they were not considered citizens, they had no legal protection against being captured and enslaved. This caused a lot of fear among free African Americans living in the North. The decision deepened the divide between the North and South. Southerners celebrated it as a victory for their way of life, while many in the North saw it as a sign that the federal government was supporting slavery. The Dred Scott decision also hurt efforts to keep the balance between free and slave states. It made it harder to pass laws that limited slavery's spread. As a result, tensions grew even more intense. It helped push the country toward civil war by making compromise seem impossible. The decision made it clear that slavery was protected by the Constitution everywhere, and that the fight over whether slavery could expand was now a battle for the nation's soul. In short, the Dred Scott decision meant slavery could legally grow into new territories, stripped free black Americans of citizenship rights, and made the political fight over slavery's future more bitter and unresolvable. It was a turning point that brought the country closer to war.